Bienvenidos todos! Welcome to your home, Mexsparza-Art. That's Darth back there. My name is Steven, y aquí motivamos para crear. You guys are probably wondering, oh, he talks so much about Star Wars and he has such a Star Wars fan. When is he gonna do a Star Wars drawing? Well, you know what? Soon.
Very soon.
Anyway, today I'm gonna show you guys how to use alcohol markers. There's so many kinds. There's Copic markers, which are super expensive, down to the Hoo-Hoo markers, which are cheap, but they work amazing. I'm gonna show you guys how to blend with these and make cool creations at your house. Make sure you guys stick to the end of the video because today I'm gonna draw my childhood. I'm gonna be drawing Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna draw Goku and Vegeta together in this amazing pose as they're ready to attack. So make sure you guys stick around for a big ol' Kamehameha! Why am I such a dork? Whatever. Vámonos todos and let's get on to the show. Hey everyone, I almost forgot to mention that there's this community video that I want to work with you guys. It's an Instagram project, but I think you guys are really going to enjoy. So make sure you stick to the end of the video where I talk about it. Now let's move back to the video. So these are my alcohol markers, guys. This is what I actually own. I have my Copic sketch markers and my Ohuhu markers. These are expensive, these are cheap. As you guys could see, this box over here is a lot bigger than this one. This, what you're looking at right here, this runs about $400. And you're only getting about maybe 50 markers. Here, these Ohuhus, you get 120 markers. Well, don't count those. I left those in there. You get 120 markers and it's only for $100. These are a lot cheaper and they're almost as good as these, but you obviously get what you pay for. These do very well. They're a great starter pack. The only thing about these that I kind of don't like is that you can't buy the markers individually, and with Copics you can. But if you run out of one of these markers, I guess you could just buy a Copic marker. Use both of these the same way, guys. So let's get on to the tutorial. So again, today we're just gonna use regular plain paper. I'm gonna use the Ohuhu markers. Now with the Ohuhus, you definitely wanna test out the color before you start coloring. You wanna do a couple swatches because the color of the cap doesn't actually match the color that you paint with. I'll show you right now. So that's the cap color. That's the color. So if you guys could see, it's a lot darker. So what you want to do is make yourself a chart, just like this one. Okay. So I put down every single marker down here and marked what they were. And I always use this as reference when I use my Ohuhu markers. So again, like last video, I pre-chose my colors and I'm gonna show you guys how to use these right now. So normally when you use any other material, you'll go dark to light. And that's the order of colors that you would use. With alcohol markers, it's a whole different story. You wanna base coat your entire surface with your lightest medium. So if we're gonna use these reds, we're gonna color the whole thing with this first and we're gonna go backwards. You could also go the traditional way from going from dark to light, but normally going backwards is the way to do it. But first I'm gonna show you guys how to do it the traditional way. So let's start with our darkest and then go to our lightest. And I'll show you guys the results of that. Just so you guys know, you can layer these markers. So the more you layer over with one marker, the darker the color will get. There you go, that's how that looks. Now I'm gonna show you the proper way of using them, which you will base the whole object with the lightest tone. Then you just work backwards. So when you work backwards, you see that there's a definite line. You kind of just, if you don't want that, you just have to go back with the lighter color on top of that line. So I'm gonna grab my lighter color again, and you just go over it. disappears. It's almost like magic. As I already saw, you guys could see working backwards is actually better with these colors. There's a smoother gradation than in this one. It's not that noticeable, but when you see it up in personal, you could see the difference. Now you guys have to be careful a little bit when you guys are shading with these, because whatever fine liner you're using or marker, it will bleed. So you don't want to go over the line. When you're coloring, you want to make sure you're between the lines and just let the rest of it bleed to the line itself. Now for this next one, I'm actually not going to blend them because the Dragon Ball Z drawing that I'm going to do in a bit is cell shaded. Now what cell shading is that you could see no blending at all between each value. You see the break between each one instead. Dragon Ball Z has a style to where you could see the next color. The next color's breaks. But my style of working, I still blend it a little bit. Just not all that much. And that's how my Dragon Ball Z drawing is going to look. Now let's work on that three-dimensional circle. As I said in the last video, you always want your light kind of coming from you towards the paper and in an angle. So you gotta pick which side you want the light to come from. So in this case, we're gonna have the light come from us, from the top left, down to the object itself. So the light is coming from this direction. Again, you wanna work with your lightest color first. And remember, you guys could layer, so I'm gonna leave that center. And working my way backwards. And there you go, you guys have a three-dimensional circle. Again, what I want you guys to take away from this lesson is that you have to work backwards with alcohol markers. Don't work from dark to light, but work from your lights to your darks. Now that does it for this tutorial. Now let me show you what these babies could do in this epic Dragon Ball Z drawing time lapse.
Hold on, before you guys watch, I really messed up on Vegeta's face, and you might notice it in the time lapse. This was before, this was after. Okay, back to some epic coloring!
Y regresamos, amigos. Thank you guys for watching the epic drawing, and I hope you guys learned a little bit something today. I hope you guys' skill levels have upped its game. As I was talking about Instagram earlier, I want to do a community video with you guys where you guys submit your guys' drawings of any fictional character out there. It could be anime, DC, Marvel, or any fictional character from a book. I want you guys to submit your drawings to my Instagram. Just make sure you tag me in it. It's at Mexsparza-Art. And later I'll do a video where I take one of your guys' drawings, I'll shout your guys' Instagram out, and I'll draw your drawing into my style. Now I think this will be a great idea to finally get this community start rolling and get you guys involved, and I think it'll be fun once we communicate back and forth. Y ya se acabó el video. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying the content. Hit that like button and make sure you guys ring that little bell over there so you get notified whenever there's a new video. Now until next Friday, adios.